for my teacher, Khenpo Tsultrim Gyamtso Rinpoche, who taught me these practices and so much more, and who I was fortunate enough to spend a lot of time with, to live with and learn from in America, Europe, Bhutan, Nepal and India, and to his teachers and all the many beings who have shared their love and wisdom so that we can engage in these practices today and build community around them. Sarva Mangalam. Welcome to this Tibetan Yoga Wisdom Body Lujong practice video. We're going to work with what we call the mind-body reboot in this video, and these videos are just going to be brief ways of connecting with the movement. The fuller practices are described in my book, Training the Wisdom Body. And then also, if you want to, there's so much depth and layers to these practices. So if you wanted to really get into all of the material, then the best thing is to come to a session, join Lujong study and practice sessions online, something like that. But this is a good way to just work on the form and become introduced to the practice and to support you if you're already engaged in these practices. So for all of our standing practices, we're in this lower body. The energy is sinking, spreading, rooting into the vast supportive earth beneath us, creating this wonderful foundation for our practice. The knees are soft, slightly bent. You can feel your thighs kind of energize and fire up, and the knees are soft. Feet are soft on the earth. If you can practice this outdoors, that's a wonderful way to work with these practices. And from this foundation, the upper body rises and expands in space. And then just feeling the breath moving through your body. And what we're going to do is we're going to come into these different centers along the central channel. We're going to bring our awareness there, our loving, warm, curious awareness. Just check in with these places, see what's going on. And then we're going to rotate these places, stretch and move these places. So these energy centers are places where things can get a little congested, a little stuck. So this is an opportunity to feel in, see what's happening, offer some movement, and to release and unwind anything that might be held in these centers. We work our way up the body, and then once we've loosened everything up, we have the opportunity to shake out and just release that energy. And it's all from this very loving intent. So we're not sort of trying to force something out or push it out. We're just trying to allow energy to return to flow. So as we shake out, we're just allowing things to return to their natural state, and everything is from this warm, loving space. So we're standing in our posture, and let's warm our hands up a little. Bring them over your origin point. So the origin point lies, if you place your fingers with your pointer finger over your belly button, the origin point is about where you'll find your little finger, but it's deep in the center of your lower belly. So wherever that feels like it is for you, we're all unique bodies, unique beings. Bring your hands here and then invite your subtle breath all the way down to your lower belly. So it's as though there's a ball of energy in your lower belly, and as you breathe in, it softens and expands. And it's expanding equally in all directions, above and below, side body, back body. And as you exhale, there's a sense of that energy condensing in your lower belly. invite your subtle breath all the way to your lower belly. You might have a sense of the center of your awareness, which we often hold in our head or the upper body, that the center of our awareness can drop and come down into the lower belly. Our center of operations is now our lower belly, the origin point in the center of the lower belly. So just getting a feel of that. What might that be like? What might that feel like? And then our loving awareness is listening into what we find here, whatever sensations or experience, whatever it feels like to rest awareness in your lower belly, free of any judgment, free of any agenda, just being with whatever we find here. And then gradually bringing in some movement and really listening to your body and what feels appropriate and loving and kind to your body. And we're isolating the rotation, so it's really the hips moving here. And we're softening and loosening and stretching and warming the lower belly, the hips, the lower back. And with the syllable ah, we change direction. Ah. And come back around. Ah, change direction. Ah is the syllable of emptiness, the sound of emptiness. Ah. And then gradually the movement dissolves into stillness, resting our awareness in the lower belly and just tuning into the resonance of the movement in this moment of stillness. How is my belly, my origin point? Now I have come through that movement. Feet on the earth, awareness come alive in your lower belly, and we'll bring our awareness to the heart center, feeling the movement of the breath in your chest and your heart center. Just noticing, bringing your curious, loving awareness to your heart center and tuning in. How is my heart in this moment? And however it is, we can be with that just as it is. And then our loving awareness offers some movement, and here we're alternating the shoulders. As one comes up, the other one is pushing down and forwards. We're rotating them back, and really having listened to our heart center. That is what will guide our movement, how big the movement is, how small the movement is, how fast the movement is. It needs to hold and be in harmony with whatever we found at our heart center. And then we come forwards. And back. Warming, stretching, loosening the whole chest area, upper back, shoulders. Movement dissolves into stillness. Listening. Feet on the earth. Warm, loving awareness awake in your lower belly, awake in your heart, and bringing our awareness to the throat center. If it feels comfortable, you can bring your hands here. I like to have one at the front, one at the back, but really tuning into what is right for your body. Seeing if there are any sensations of breath at your throat. And then dropping even deeper below the sensations of breath and tuning into any emotional content, any other sensations that you're noticing at your throat center. Curious, open awareness, warm, loving awareness, tuning in to your throat center. So standing tall, and a lot of us have had issues with our shoulders or neck, so really consider what is the right movement for you. So it might be just holding your awareness at your throat center a little side to side. Maybe it's half head rotations, or maybe it's full rotations. You can even visualize the movement here. Just feel, even in stillness, what might it be like to move my throat center? So just listening into what's appropriate for you. Offering some release, relaxation, warmth. To make sure if we're in movement that your shoulders are down, your heart is floating, you're standing tall. And we can change direction here as well. come all the way to the top of our experiential being, the crown center, the top of your head. Just bringing your awareness here. And this is a little different, kind of more a sense of the atmosphere when we focus at the very top of our body. What sort of atmosphere does that create? What does it feel like to hold our awareness here? And then standing tall, shoulders sinking, heart floating, head floating at the top of your spine. And on this one, we just focus at the crown center and we drop the head forwards like rolling a boulder off a cliff, if this is appropriate for you. And we exhale as we drop, and we inhale back up. So we've loosened up, we can start shaking out our hands, our fingers, letting everything jiggle and wriggle around, face, neck, shoulders. Then your belly, your thighs, your buttocks. And then your leg, your ankle, your feet, your toes. And then a little bit of everything or whatever feels in need. Returning to the beginning, our standing posture, and just feeling your whole body in this moment and how your body feels having gone through this practice. I hope you enjoyed this practice. We have just begun sharing things on this YouTube channel, so it's always helpful if you would like to leave a comment. Then you can let us know how things are going for you and what you're inspired by and what you would like more of. And it's always helpful if you like the videos, if you subscribe to the channel, and if you share with people who you think might also benefit from these offerings that we're sharing here.